Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wusun Sibyl. If you're tuning in for the first time, and you're welcome to my channel, and for those who've always been here with me, thank you for being here. It is a pleasure to have you always. Today we are going to be looking at the types of contracts in UAE and the type you should go for in case you get hired either in the public sector or in the private sector. So stay tuned to this video because I'm going to be doing a voice cover because I want you to know everything you need to know about your contract and the one that is favorable for you. Do not sign a contract if you don't know what that contract is all about. I always insist that go on Google, go and research about your contract. Ask your employer the type of contract he has, because some people just go and they sign papers. When they say sign here, you sign there, you sign. When it's time for you to cancel your contract, you don't actually know what contract you signed, and then you start having issues. So let's see what the contracts are in UAE. Today we are going to be talking about the types of employment contracts in UAE under the public sector and the private sector. There are different types of employment contracts in UAE, and it depends on the agreement you have with your employer. The employment contract will state the condition of your employment, and the written condition will be basically the basis of the type of employment contract you have with your employer. It also serves as proof that you are hired and that you have a reason to stay in the UAE, and for legal reasons too. Now let's look at the types of contract under the private and the public sector in case you want to switch jobs. You already have an idea of what to look for. So, under the private sector, there are two types of employment contracts, which is the limited contract and the unlimited contract. The difference between these two lies in the conditions for the termination and the end of service gratuity pay. Listen to this carefully. The limited contract is also known as a fixed contract. It states the start and the end date of the employment. The contract will be automatically cancelled when the date expires unless it is renewed. The limited contract has a maximum of 2 years, and it also has a notice termination. The reason why there are limited contracts is that there are employers who need employees for a specific project or specific durations only. Unlike the limited contracts, the unlimited contracts don't have expiration dates. They are open-ended and more flexible. This contract has a notice period of 1 to 3 months. The unlimited contract has a notice period of 1 to 3 months, depending on the agreement of the employee and the employer. Both parties should recognize their responsibilities even within the notice period. Either parties can terminate their employment without any legal rules. Therefore, whoever breaks the rule will have to pay the required compensation, and the party affected can initiate legal action. Let's now look at the different types of employment contracts under the public sector in case you want to switch from the private to the public. Like the private sector, the public sector have different employment contracts too. The following are the employment contracts under the public sector. The first one is full-time employment contract, which covers full-time working days or hours. The second one is the part-time employment contract. It covers limited hours per working day. And then we have the temporary contract, which covers full-time working days or hours for 3 months and may be renewed. And the last one is the special contract, which covers employees who will work for a high position in a government agency or ministry. Note that in any employment contract under the public sector, employees have the right to receive the compensation and benefits equivalent to their position and the hours they accomplish. So, as an employee in UAE, you need to be aware of how employment contracts work, so you won't be caught up with challenges when it's time to terminate your relationship with your employer. It is very important as an employee in UAE to know the kind of contract you're going in for. Because most employers in UAE, they will just come and give you a paper and you sign. You don't even know what contract you're signing. So before you sign it, make sure you are aware of the kind of contract you're signing, so that when it's time for you to terminate the contract, it shouldn't be a problem. Because you might think that your contract is 2 years, which actually is not a 2-year contract. It might be an unlimited contract. And some employees will come and give you the unlimited contract and just tell you to sign, and you're signing without knowing what you're signing. So when you want to sign, ask, is it a limited or a non-limited contract. Because if you sign anything like that, once your signature is on it, when you take it to any place, nobody can help you. So always make sure you know the contract you're going in for. Again, from your offer letter, you should start checking the kind of contract that is mentioned in your offer letter. On your contract forms, check again before you sign it. Always check. If you're not comfortable with this, make sure you do not sign, because at the end of the day, the employer may take you to anywhere he wants to, and you will not be able to do anything about it. So know your rights as an employee in UAE. It is very important. It is important. Always know your right. Know where you're right, know where you're wrong. Because if you don't know this, you will be doomed. Some employers in UAE are so horrible that they will let you sign anything so that they can use you in whatever way they want. Read your contract, no matter how long it is. Read it till the end and make sure everything on the contract form you're okay with it. Because if you're not and you sign anything because you're excited, got a job, it might affect you in the long run. Be careful. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment in the comment section. And if you want to connect with me, please, you can check me on Facebook. My Facebook is here from Sibyl. My Instagram is Hussein_Sibyl, and I'm on TikTok as here from Sibyl. You can send me a message on my email. If you want to get to me through email, my email is hussein@gmail.com. You can leave me a message in my email and I will respond to you. In case I do not respond to your comment in the comment section, I'll put the links in the description box in case you want to get to me. And in any of my social medias, please make sure you give it a like or you give it a follow before you start asking me questions. That's the least you can do. Thank you for being here, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell for more amazing videos. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to have you always. See you in the next video. Bye bye.